episode 19 of the Jazz Majesty Show. What's happening in Grand Rapids? We have the Philharmonic Orchestra and lots of events happening at the DeVos Hall. That is your go-to place and the Van Andel Arena for downtown activity. Go on their website. We'll have it at the end of the show, and you can see what all is happening this month. April is going to be a fantastic month. I know you're ready for the snow to stop and the rain to stop and to get out and enjoy life. I would like to bring attention to self-care. As we have busy days, family, friends, work, we have to take a few minutes out of the day to have self-care, to relax, get in our zen, be thankful for what we have, because we can't take care of others if we're not taking care of ourselves. Make your doctor's appointments. Take care of yourself. Exercise, eat the best you can, and really take care of yourselves. It's only one you. That's it. So let's keep the machine rolling and keep it going. And I do thank you guys. Just so you know, I am a one-woman production with my director, Harley Collar, who has been very helpful. So I'm the creator, I'm the producer, and the host. So it's a lot under my hat, but I intend to get better and better. And I thank you for working with me and supporting me on these shows. Thank you so much. I just want to thank the audience. Coming up next, we have Dr. Professor Kevin Jones. It's going to be great. AI is here, and we might as well embrace it. Thank you. Well, welcome to the show, Professor Dr. Kevin Jones. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you.
Good. Can you introduce yourself to the audience and tell them where you teach at and what do you do?
Sure. I'm Dr. Kevin Jones. I'm an associate professor of management and director of the Center for Teaching and Learning at Indiana University, Columbus.
Thank you, because I kept wanting him to be in Chicago for some reason, but I know you used to live there, so my apologies.
It's okay.
So our show today is about AI, and this is a subject that Professor Jones is speaking about, informing his students. So I'll let him take the floor. Just had a few questions. So I'm just going to be very basic. What is AI for those who don't know that should know?
Yeah, well, there's a number of definitions for what AI is, and pretty simply, it's technology that enables computers to simulate human intelligence and problem-solving capabilities. It is algorithms, and that's all it is. It's math that can, again, simulate human capabilities.
Awesome. Now, I know that you are going to be at a summit coming up. Can you tell the audience about that?
Yes, there's something called the World Summit AI Conference in Montreal. And part of what we do there is we bring in people from all over the world to speak on the topic of AI. And it's a fun conference. And they have one here and in Amsterdam. But this one, I'll be on a panel that is talking pretty much about competencies that are needed in the 21st century as we move forward in what some people are calling the AI age.
Wow. So let me ask you a few questions, if I may. How can a student utilize AI with their studies?
Well,
an example.
Well, here's the point, the premise. They're already using it with their study, okay?
Okay.
Many students have discovered what we call generative AI. And generative AI is just a subset of AI which can produce text, video, audio, many things that it can create from the algorithms. Now, students are using it to do everything from create videos. Now, understand the video part is somewhat limited right now, but there's a tool called Pika, which you can create very short videos with. Something coming later is something called Sora. But also, the thing that is making educators nervous is that you can generate many forms of text. You can write papers. You can write various essays. You can write poems. You can use generative AI to pretty much do everything that we can do in terms of writing. Now, there's a caveat though. It is subject to what we call hallucination. Hallucination means it makes stuff up. Now, that can be good if you're doing creative writing, but at the same time, it may make up things that don't exist. It may say like the sun is yellow when the sun is not yellow. It may say that it rains every day when it doesn't rain every day. So part of what is the challenge with AI is to be able to work with it in a way that maximizes the capability of the tool.
Wow, that's a lot there, audience. Take it all in. Because I know some content creators and people in various fields, marketing, they use some of the AI applications and create videos. I know I've played around with it just on my phone, not really knowing what I'm doing, but it's pretty interesting. And you could say something and then have it write it for you and make it sound better, use better choice of words. And that part is cool. So if I was a student and I decided I don't want to write my APA paper, why don't I just use the AI?
Well, there's a couple things to say about that. First
Okay.
is, and this is from someone who is trying to work through ethical principles of AI or responsible AI use. This is one of the areas that I'm going to be working with another professor on, and many other people are doing this, so I'm not obviously the only one, but it's
Okay.
an area of specialty, we'll call it responsible AI and ethical use of AI. And part of this is to be upfront about what you're doing, okay? To be able to claim something that is not yours. In other words, you go in and you create something with AI and you turn it in. That's unethical. That's a lie. We could call it cheating, or in some cases, it's academic misconduct. So here's what you do. You talk with your instructor. You tell your instructor, I would like to use generative AI to help me. And there's some things that are perfect that should be approved in the sense of to edit your paper. Why not?
Okay.
To help you to come up with ideas for your paper. Absolutely. That should be great. And even after you write your paper, maybe submit your paper to be evaluated by the AI. All of those are appropriate uses, but at the same time, different instructors have different expectations. So it's really important for students to be on the same page with your instructor for the expectations.
Sounds good. Well, Professor Kevin, I know you're a busy guy. I know you have a meeting. Can you tell us a little bit about your background before you leave?
Well, my background is a pretty diverse background, is that I spent a long time working in the corporate world, but I've also worked in healthcare and I've been in consulting. But for the last, and time really flies, it's amazing how much time, almost 20 years now, I've been connected with higher education. First as an administrator, as assistant vice chancellor, academic affairs at a community college, and now I moved on to become a tenured faculty member in the area of business management. And with that, I focus on both leadership, ethics, organizational change, but I also focus on emerging technologies. And so that's why I'm heavily involved in understanding and working with the use and ethical use of AI, especially generative AI.
Oh, wow, that was very informative. And again, thank you, Dr. Kevin, professor at in Indiana. And how do you like your college? I don't know that much about what's going on over there.
Well, Indiana University is a large university, and as of course you can guess, I'm going to say one of the more influential universities in the world.
Okay.
We have a quite thriving school of informatics, which is called the Luddy School of Informatics, and they are doing some worldwide influential research in the area of AI. As far as
Wow.
myself, I work in a smaller section of the university, which is in Columbus, Indiana. That's right, Indiana, not Ohio.
Indiana.
Columbus, Indiana. And it's a thriving community. And I enjoy the work there because my students are very committed to learning. My students are very interested in maximizing their education. So we provide them with the best education we can, including, of course, where we use virtual reality. We also now are going to expand that to use of augmented reality. So our students that come through our program get as good of education as they may get at the flagship, which is in Bloomington, Indiana. That's the one that most people are familiar with. That's where the major basketball teams are and the football teams. But we are all part of the same university.
Okay.
We have IU Indianapolis, IU Bloomington, IU Columbus, and several other regional campuses.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. And Professor Jones' information will be at the end of the show. Contact, and maybe we'll have him back on the show so he can tell us all about the summit or give us some tidbits that may be helpful in our daily lives. Students, it's here, people. We might as well learn as much as we can about it and see how we can apply it to our daily lives, whether it's work, fun, being creative. I'm a producer, I have a talk show, so I would love to embrace that. And it could help me come up with some creative ideas.
And let me add, not just students, educators. You've got to do it. There's no way to just overlook this and say this will pass. Educators, we have to become as good as the students, if not even a little better, so that we can help them and guide them through this transition of education and also the workplace.
All right. And thanks again. Well, have a great day. And again, thank you so much for allowing me this interview. And we got a little behind schedule, but the show must go on. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Have a safe trip and enjoy. And we look forward to hearing a little bit about your summit.